Good morning. My name is Sherrod Laws, coming from Ed Administration 5332, Community Relations, with Dr. Dion McLaughlin at North Carolina Central University. I did my Community Relations plan at Eastern Charter School in Durham, North Carolina. I completed the Community Relations plan at Eastern Charter School in Durham, North Carolina. The total student population is 577 students from kindergarten through 12th grade. The demographic data is as follows: 20% of the students are African American, 13% of the students are Latino, 50% of the students are white, 10% are two or more races, and 7% is Asian. The standards of focus for this presentation were Standard 5, Managerial Leadership, Standard 6, External Leadership, dealing with the school and the community, and Standard 7, Micropolitical Leadership, which deals with expertise within the school. In Standard 5, I conducted a parents' need engagement questionnaire and distributed it to the principal, assistant principal, 3 teachers, and 3 parents. Data was then aggregated and used to implement change in order to engage parents in the school community. And the parent engagement questionnaire has a total of approximately 26 questions, and it was done on a Likert scale. And the parents could say that they strongly agreed, they didn't know, or neutral, they disagreed, or they strongly disagreed. And this information was then aggregated and calculated and put together and coded in order to come up with a plan to engage parents in the school community. I created a Connect Ed message that detailed the school events to parents in order for them to know what is happening at the school. The Connect Ed message is the sole means of communication between the parents and the teachers at this school. The Connect Ed message was actually a draft Connect Ed message, and it didn't get played to the parents, but it was shown to the principal to demonstrate my ability to create a Connect Ed message that would then be given out to the parents eventually. I also conducted an achievement equity audit and a programmatic equity audit. The task in these 2 audits was to find inequities in integrated assessment data and school programs, respectively. School programs, i.e., AIG and Read to Achieve, over a 3-year time period from the 2012-2013 school year to the 2014-2015 school year. So that way we could see trends in data and to come up with solutions for the inequities that were found in each of the equity audits. I also attended 3 school events. I went to a school board meeting. I attended basketball games throughout the basketball season. And I also planned and organized the school Padea night. Padea is a concept of learning where students' rigor is increased by coached projects as well as Socratic seminars. Gives the students an opportunity to express themselves where they would not be able to in the classroom. I helped to plan and lead the National Standard
Number
Honor
six,
Society
external
induction
leadership.
at the
This
high
standard
school as
focuses on the
well,
school
and I
executive and
also
her
created an
relationship with the
edition of the
community
school
members.
newsletter.
Which you
The
can see
ability to
attached.
establish relationship with businesses for the betterment of the school. I created a Connect Ed message in Spanish for the Spanish-speaking families in order to brief them on school events. The rationale for creating a Connect Ed message in Spanish is because the 13% of the population that is Latino, there is a language barrier between the parents and the school. And a way to better serve the Spanish speaking community is to communicate in their language with them. And so I made this suggestion to the principal for parental communication purposes. She drafted the Connect That message and I translated it in Spanish for those parents. I also wrote a letter to the PDQ restaurant and asking for a donation for our students and sports teams. This school that I teach at and that I did this community relations project for is about 57% of the student population is at or below the poverty line. And so what I did was I drafted this letter in hopes that a local restaurant could donate food for our sports teams before their games. And so the restaurant ended up donating a total of $12,600. There's $10,600 in food for the whole school year for every sport that we have. We have ladies and boys basketball, we have football, we have boys and girls soccer, and we also have a fencing team. And so there was $10,600 donated for food, and there was $2,000 that was donated in scholarships. They donated two $1,000 scholarships in an effort to promote positive student learning and positive student interaction with the community. And attached, you can see the letter that I drafted. Standard number 7 focuses on micropolitical leadership. This standard focuses on the school leader's ability to use teacher expertise to realize the school's goals. I collaborated with a history teacher, the EC facilitator, and the behavior specialist to lead school-wide discussions on positive behavior intervention and supports, better known as PBIS. I passed out a brief questionnaire to all of the teachers, and then I coded the data in order to arrive at the main behavioral issues to address with the PBIS initiative. And attached is the teacher survey. I conducted a brief teacher survey with every teacher in the school building, and it was done on a Likert scale, a total of approximately 25 questions, and a chance for them to comment. And when I go back and code the data, I will see which activities the teacher population marked the lowest on, and those are the things that I would work on to change for the PBIS. I also will use the comments if teachers leave comments. This will also help me to better code and understand the most prominent behavior issues in the school building. And attached is the survey. I also collaborated with the math teacher in the building where the focus was differentiation of learning and grouping. We devised a school-wide instructional development on effective grouping and classroom differentiation. I walked in on this teacher during a learning round and I saw that she had students in groups of 4. Her classroom always has clusters of 4. And I've gone to her room 3 times in 1 week, and there have always been in different clusters on a daily basis. And I asked her what the rationale was for this, and she said to me that she has one strong person, one person that has grasped the content, and 2 strugglers in each group for the purpose of having students work with different people in order to grasp the same concept. And so we conducted a instructional development on this particular concept. This teacher is an expert in using data to inform her instruction, as well as forming groups after formative assessments. And this is the end of my presentation. I thank you very much for your time and your attention.